Welcome to Steve Mululu Show. These are tough times. We are going and undergoing the stress, anxiety, fear, panic caused by the COVID-19 virus. And mine is to assure you, let you know that you're not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even yesterday. You are always growing and growing stronger. Where there's growth, there's pain. So today's topic is labeled Tough Times Don't Last, but Tough People Do. Before we go on ahead with our topic, a word from our sponsors, Dream Body Fitness. So Dream Body Fitness, with their philosophy of I can, I will, I must. Dream Body Fitness have tried, tested and proven systems that deliver results guaranteed. Achieving your goals starts with a decision. We are here to support you and guide you every step of the way, but the decision to commit, that is on you, buddy. Let's go back to the topic of the day. Sometimes life slams us in the gut, dealing us such a devastating blow that it literally takes our breath away. A pandemic hits. A loved one gets ill. We lose a breadwinning job. Someone we know dies. Money gets tight. Feelings of depression and despondency overwhelm our better judgment. Everything just seems to be going wrong at the same time. So what can we do when the world around us shatters and we can't seem to pick up the pieces? The times when things are falling apart are precisely the best times to practice presence and mindfulness. These are the times we're always preparing for, in a way, when we pray, meditate, self-reflect, and generally invest in our personal growth during the good times. Truth be told, when the world seems to be crumbling, there is immense opportunity, but we must be willing to do some tough things. We must be willing to change our perspective and our response. Having faith can only be built during tough times. It does not mean that if your faith is strong or if your belief system is strong, that you are shielded away from the challenges of life. All it does mean is you have a very strong foundation, a true north, an anchor that will propel you through the hard times and come out of it better than you are. Now, are you ready for this, for us to go through this? First, let us practice laying a very solid foundation. First thing you're going to have to do here is learn to be patient with the pain that you feel. Don't hide from it. Don't rush to cover it up or fix it immediately. Just start by acknowledging its presence and facing it with courage. Then challenge yourself to sit quietly with what you are feeling for a full minute, with compassion and gentleness. Be at peace with the source of your pain. Find the braveness to just sit with it like you would with a close friend who's hurting. Practice this a few times a day. Wherever you feel the pulse of your pain surging, and notice when your mind wants to run, hide or rebel. When this happens, take a deep breath, recenter yourself, recalibrate yourself, and begin all over again. Eventually, you will see clearly that what you feel is just a feeling, and that you can stay with what you feel without the world ending. You will see that you are in control of your feelings, and not the other way around. And you'll begin to take them less seriously, hold them lightly, and give them some much needed space in your worried head and brain. When the world is shattering, this is the time to practice. So the second time here is practicing right now. It's tough. Of course, I'm certainly not downplaying the real nature of our present circumstances with COVID-19, the devastating nature, the violence and the force that it's hitting us. The virus is still spreading around the world right now, and we are all facing a very difficult reality. These are not good times. I'm not suggesting we should rejoice at living through this disappointing and painful life experience, but it's absolutely prudent to consider the impact this event is having on our collective behavior and collective psyche. So let us build off the foundation we just set above. Let us look at some tough yet necessary things we can do for ourselves right now to ease our pain and experience a little more happiness in the days and weeks ahead. Number one, I'm asking you there to be fully present in each moment. Life is not lived in some distant, imagined land of someday where everything is perfect. It's lived here and now with the reality of the way things are. Yes, by all means, you can hope for and work towards an idealized tomorrow. Yet to do so, you must successfully deal with the world as it is today. Sometimes we avoid experiencing exactly where we are because we've developed a belief based on past experiences that it is not where we should be or want to be. But the truth is, where you are now is exactly where you need to be to get to where you want to go tomorrow. So practice appreciating where you are. Your family members are too beautiful to ignore. Call them. Text them. Take a moment to remember how fortunate you are to be breathing. Look around with your eyes honestly open to the possibilities. Much of what you fear does not exist in the space around you. Much of what you love is closer than you realize. You are just one brief thought away from understanding the blessing that is your life. Remind yourself that happiness is a mindset that can only be designed into the present. It's not a point in the future or a moment from the past. And yet, this misconception hurts the masses more often than we realize. So many young people seem to think all their happiness awaits them in the years ahead, while so many older people believe their best moments are behind them. COVID-19 is only exacerbating this kind of mindsets right now. Don't let it get the best of you. Don't. Practice living in the moment, the power of now. Number two, bring gratitude and passion into the little things. A couple short years ago, on the second to last day of her life, a friend of mine who I was coaching daily told me her only regret was that she didn't appreciate every year with the same passion and purpose that she had in the last 2 years of her life after she was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And I quote, "I've accomplished so much recently, so much inner growth, and truly appreciated every moment of it," end of quote, she said. And she quoted again, "If I had known, I would have started sooner," end of quote. Her words made me cry and smile at the same time. What was truly miraculous was seeing the genuine gratitude in her eyes at the moment. She was immensely grateful for actually being able to accomplish the little things she had accomplished in her final 2 years. And her sentiment has always remained with me and sits at the top of my mind right now. While I agree that dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic is disheartening and that it can be very painful, debilitating for some people, the pain for most of us can still be mediated by a sense of gratitude and passion for being alive, for still having a chance to do the things that bring us joy, for still having a life worth living from moment to precious moment. Honestly, you are doing it right when you have so much to cry and complain about, but you prefer to breathe deep and appreciate your life instead. Because there is always something to be thankful for and some reason to take another step forward. Just invest your heart and soul into whatever you have right now in front of you. Bring gratitude and passion into otherwise ordinary moments. What if you woke up tomorrow with only the little things you are thankful for and passionate about today? Number three, I'm asking you and begging you to be consistent with healthy daily rituals. About a decade ago, when I was intensely focused on weightlifting and physical strength training, I gradually learned that you can't be truly committed to anything worthwhile if you have a weak mind that is unwilling to do tough things. To combat this, I wrote 2 simple questions on 2 different posts. Posted notes and stuck one on my bathroom mirror and the other one as my phone screen. These were the things I asked myself. 1, how many daily workouts have you missed because your mind, not your body, told you that you are too tired? Number 2, how many daily workouts, reps have you skipped because your mind, not your body, said 9 reps is enough? Don't worry about the 10th. To this day, the answer to both questions is surely hundreds for most people, including myself. Weakness of the mind can easily get the best of us, especially when the going gets tough. And the only way to fix this weakness is daily practice. Far too often we think inner strength is all about how we respond to extremely dire circumstances, like actively coping with COVID-19. Can we keep our lives together even after suffering from a major illness or losing our livelihood? There is no doubt that extremely dire circumstances test our bravery, determination, and inner strength, but about less dire daily circumstances. Perhaps just passively coping with COVID-19 from a distance when it's not directly and personally debilitating us. What we need to remember is that the mind needs to be exercised to gain strength, just like any other muscle. It needs to be worked consistently in healthy ways to grow strong. If you refuse to push yourself forward a little bit every day, of course you will feel completely stuck when the going gets tough. But you don't have to feel that way right now. Choose to do some sit-ups in your bedroom every morning when it will be easier to sleep in. Choose to do the 10 reps when it will be easier to quit at 9. Choose to create something special like a new journal entry, drawing, or family highlight video when it will be easier to consume something mediocre on TikTok or Instagram. Choose to send loving texts to family and friends when it will be easier to watch another show on Netflix. Prove to yourself in dozens of little ways over the next few weeks that you have the discipline to get in the ring and wrestle with life. Inner strength is always built through lots of small daily victories. It's the individual choices we make day to day that build our inner strength muscles. We all want this kind of strength, especially in tough times, but we can't simply think our way to it. If you want it, you have to do something about it ritualistically. You have to build rituals. You have to build systems. It's your positive daily rituals that prove your mental fortitude and move you in a positive direction. The bottom line is that as time gets tougher over the next few weeks, many people will find something easy to do. They will find an easy distraction. But when things get tougher for you, you can join Dream Body Fitness and myself and find a way to stay on track with your healthy daily rituals. It's easy for me to sit and watch telly or lie on the couch or sit outside on the patio than sit down and do this podcast for you. It is making a choice to do the hard things that make your life easy. If you are feeling up to it, I would love to hear from you. Which point did I discuss that resonates with you today? If you have anything else to share or anything else that you want to ask me, feel free to reach me out on Dream Body Fitness website. I wish you a happy, strong mind day. Adios.